Okay. Oh, sorry. So, I just kind of wanted to take a moment to talk about stuff. I got hella shit I still got to do today, but I needed to talk about a few things. I'm feeling extra defiant right now. Let me just breathe. I just got to breathe real quick because I'm feeling extra defiant, like extra defiant. I'm wondering if the things that I keep seeing, the things that I keep seeing on Facebook, I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for adding it back onto my phone. It's just one of those things. I had to support my girlfriend and buy crystals from her. So let me just get on topic. What is it like to be an energy worker at this time? Do you identify as an energy worker? What do you identify as? What is your definition of working energy? So okay, this is Asian pudding, Vara tapioca pearl pudding, young coconut chunks, okay? What are your guys's, what's your concept of an energy worker? What is it? Ocean lover. Would you like to come live with me? Would you like to come live with me? Let's talk really quick. I want to talk to someone about this shit because, you know, your girl is fixing to wild the F out. And I don't feel like I really should be wilding the F out. I feel like I should just sit here like a motherfucking G, like a boss, and just have some of my fucking Asian jello, Asian pudding. So I've been seeing these posts, I think pretty much all day. It's all over my Facebook. I think Facebook is running some sort of algorithm sweep and trying to talk shit to me. Sometimes it does that. It sounds crazy, but it does happen. Message my Facebook business page when you're ready to come on. I'll give you the link privately. So sometimes Facebook will do some psychological testing. This shit is real. Years ago, what it used to do was flood my feed, my news feed, with all sorts of really disturbing things, really like personally upsetting things. And then I would get really angry and I would post a public status update that says something along the lines of, F you, Facebook, I'm sick of your shit. I'm going to deactivate my account. And then almost immediately after I make that post, obviously your newsfeed will refresh itself. It will then start regularly, like the whole feed will be flooded with kittens and puppies, cute babies, family videos, things like that. So it's definitely something that does happen. Y'all can think I'm crazy all you want, but it's just something that really does happen. So now I'm kind of like, what's going on here? Because today, the post that I see, it's all about bashing people who earn a living wage. Let's kind of just allow our minds to really think about, what does that even mean? What does it mean to earn a living wage? Let's define wage. Define wage. Okay. A fixed regular payment, typically paid on a daily or weekly basis, made by an employer to an employee. Um, Wage is, as a verb, is carry on. A war or campaign. Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we have to earn a living wage. In order to live here, we have to be at war with ourselves, be at war with other people, be at war, be at war, be at war. We want people to hone their skills. We want people to commit to their purpose. We want people to be our healers. These are just some terms I consistently hear. You want me to be your healer, but you don't want me to be paid? You said what? Now, I can laugh about this at this point because I know my integrity. Okay, I know my integrity. I know what I do with what I earn. I know what I earn, how much actually comes to me, how much goes to other people. I'm really not dripping, boo. But I'm seeing this conversation totally taking place on Facebook, and I'm kind of curious, what is this about? As an artist, our formula is cost of materials plus an hourly rate times 3. So, how much is the going rate for a functional brain? A pair of hands, chakra system, energy. What's the going rate for that right now? What's the going rate for my AOK? That's an energetic structure people don't even know about. What's the going rate for a torus? A toroidal sphere and a toroidal donut. What's the going rate for that? How much would it cost to build that? And we wouldn't just be building that. It would need to be made of organic material first. Secondly, it would need to have some sort of artificial intelligence that would regulate the flow of energy, constricting as necessary or dilating. What would it cost for that? What would it cost to learn how to use that? What would it cost for that? Ocean Lover, message me on my Facebook. Do you have Facebook? Message me on my Facebook business page, and I'll be able to give you the link. Because I don't want just random people coming on. I'll be able to see them even though the audience can't. Lord knows what people would do. Especially after the energies of today. Well, as a counselor and engineer, so for me personally, I would need the equivalent pay of a neurosurgeon, cardiothoracic surgeon, cardiovascular specialist, internist, ENT, triage nurse, molecular engineer, subatomic engineer. You know, I mean, these are just, hold on, guys. Oh, I don't need to answer the door. What? I was going to go, oh, you don't have Facebook? Let me email it to you. How do I find that? Sorry. Hold on. I need the actual invite a guest. Oh, the nurse is here. Shit. Okay. And it's only you who can tell me apart. Okay. I don't know what your email address is. Can you email me? Do you have my email address? Yeah. Just because there's no tangible way, there's no way to quantify what I do. Hey, Drew. It don't mean nothing. The way I see it. Hi. What's up? Okay. So the way I see it, not everyone will agree with the price that I have set for my services. And that's how it should be. I shouldn't be dominating you. I shouldn't be forcing you to agree with anything just because I say so. You know what I mean? The people who don't agree, they won't book a session. And that works. That absolutely works. Because why should you pay for something that you don't agree with what the price is set? You don't agree the value of that is what you're being charged for. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine if, like, these are so fucking good. It comes in a set of 2. It comes like this before I tore it. No. It comes like this. It's stacked on top of each other, and I think it's like $1.50 or $2. I don't know that I'd pay $50 for this. It's really good. But I mean, for $50, I could buy enough material to replicate this flavor for, like, I don't know, 60 or 70 cups. Right? Take, for example, I was in an industry that is quantifiable. That means we know what the average going rate for a high-level makeup artist to get paid. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is the daily rate, and whatever extra skills I have, I will tack that fee on top. Okay. I've never had a photographer, a professional level photographer, tell me that my fee is ridiculous. Because when you understand the industry, then you understand what the fees are about. Now, I just want to clarify, no one is attacking me. No one is attacking me over this. This whole conversation is about all of these posts that I'm seeing on Facebook. And it's not, I'm not tagged in it. I'm not named in it. I'm just seeing things as I scroll. One of the people had an issue. I'd read his post, but I blocked him. I blocked him. I was sick of his shit that he was saying to people in the comments. I don't even know his name. So it was something along the lines of, a shaman wants me to pay $300 to spend 2 days with them. And at first, because I can be a little bit oblivious. I can be a little bit oblivious. I'm reading, my initial reaction when I read that, oh my God, that's such a good deal. I wonder where they're going. I wonder what kind of stuff they're going to do. And then it clicked like, oh, sarcasm. He has an issue that someone needs to be compensated for their time. And it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Is it crazy to you guys? Because that's crazy to me. That the rest of the world operates on one system. And then those of us who came into this life in service we have to be destitute. We are expected to give everything and receive nothing. And there are those who I once was like that too. I'm not even going to lie. This is the very reason I never charged for my work until, I don't know, maybe just 3 years ago. All of this work that you're seeing me do, never charged anyone before that time. I think it was like 2017, 2018 when I finally began to allow myself to receive. So, yeah, that's my point exactly. So, going back to, I got distracted. Going back to what I was talking about, I used to be in the fashion and makeup industry. And I reached a level where I was in a mid-tier type of I was considered like a mid-tier makeup artist. For that tier, I'll just give you general idea. So basic makeup skills, going great for half a day, like 4 hours, 4-hour shoot, sometimes like 4 to 6 hours for the shoot. For that level, you would be charging about $800. Now, you add on prosthetics, you add on special effects, you add on, what is it called? The painting, airbrushing. You add on all of these other things that I taught myself how to do. That adds on. That adds on. Okay. To get me out there, you're paying way more than $800. And that's a tangible thing. Now, as that became a lot harder to do because of my schedule and I'm a stay-at-home mom, what ended up happening was I tried to switch over to the bridal industry, which is a fucking billion-something dollar industry, okay? So I don't quite agree with it, but I know my skill. I would have brides, and I wasn't trying to be obnoxious with my pricing, which some of you might think this is obnoxious. For the level of work that I do for bridal work, which will last you upwards of 12 hours, I guarantee my work for at least 12 hours, meaning even if you cry, that shit's not coming off, boo-boo. It was a very fair market rate of $475. That's not for touch-ups. That's for me to apply it. And that was a very fair market rate for that. Would I pay that? Are y'all fucking kidding me? For makeup? Y'all tripping, boo-boos. But I went into that industry for a little bit. And I had one bride who understood the value of my work but didn't want to pay, which is fine. It's fine. You don't have to, but I won't do your makeup. I won't do your makeup. That's okay. You can find someone that's within your budget, or you could, even better, do it yourself and be proud of what you did. So this lady was like, oh, I have all those products. Is there any way I can get a discount? Yeah, if you apply the products yourself. I mean, you're not paying me for the product. You're paying me for the application of the product, for knowing how to apply it and apply it in such a way that's aesthetically pleasing and also technically fucking bomb. It's not going to move. It's not going to go anywhere. So even if you have the product, if you don't know where to put it, if you don't know how to apply it, what does that do for you? So that's the same thing with energy. You have energy. Right, Teresa, it's a fair, I mean, I still don't agree with it. I feel like these ladies, I couldn't stay in that industry too long. It was just a few months. I was just like, fuck this shit. Y'all are taking advantage. Y'all are taking advantage of these ladies, you know, who are being taken advantage of to begin with. That's some fucked up shit. So I couldn't stay in that industry. But yeah, you're not paying for the energy. You're not paying for the gift. You're paying for the time I spend with you and the time it took me to cultivate this. Okay? Okay. So I didn't pay to go to school for energy work. I didn't pay in money. I paid in suffering. Physical, emotional, mental suffering for most of my life. That's a high price you pay to become a facilitator. I would not be as good at my job as I am if I didn't first pay the price of tremendous suffering, tremendous physical pain, elevated hurt. So you can't tell me that people who give so much of themselves to learn this craft, to learn this art, whether it's being mentored by someone who is charging a fee or suffering through your life and learning the harder way, you can't tell me that for some reason everyone else needs to earn a living wage, but for some reason those who have shamanic abilities, those who have elevated consciousness should not be compensated. This is such an obnoxious logic. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real honest. Yes, I'm married. I've only been married once, and I had absolutely no intention of getting married in a church, having a reception, buying a dress, any of that. I don't even has nothing to do, this statement has nothing to do with my husband or our relationship or any of that. I don't believe in marriage. I don't believe I need to get permission. I don't believe I have to apply for a license to get official permission from a governing body to commit myself to another person for the rest of my life. I feel like that's bullshit. Well, then, Emmy, why are you married? Because I want the tax break. What? I was planning to go to the courthouse on the very last day before the next year so he could claim me on his taxes for that year. I was gonna go in jeans and a t-shirt. Why the hell would I spend that money on celebration when I can use it to buy a house? Something like the average wedding costs something like 30 grand. Let's see. Oh, no, not the ring. Y'all are fucking tripping. Americans spent an average of $6,163 on engagement rings. Wedding bands for the bride and engagement rings combined cost between $5,968 and $6,258. Y'all are fucking tripping. Y'all are tripping. Okay, let me stop. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. If you want to spend your money on that, it's your money. I'm not gonna. Oh. The average American wedding costs $30,000 according to the Knot. Maybe just, I'm gonna eat more of this shit because I'm gonna talk a lot of shit. I mean, ooh. So why is it that industries that don't grow you it's okay to spend there? It just I could have went really, really far in the wedding industry, doing bridal makeup, bridal hair. It didn't sit right with me. I'm just like, bitch, you tripping. The fuck you gonna spend that much for makeup? Are you kidding me right now? I couldn't help but feel that way, like, bitch, you tripping. The fuck's wrong with you then? But I can't say that because that's fucked up. You know, they want to feel special. It's their special day. They want to feel special. And that's the thing. We're programmed to believe all this shit. Diamonds are not as precious as we think. Okay? Diamonds are not as rare and precious as we think. This was based on a campaign launched by, I believe it was De Beers. Oh, yeah? Sorry, had to talk to the nurse. If you ever watched a Yes's dress, some of the prices. Oh, girl, I saw this gorgeous ass fucking dress on that show. I think it was like 30 grand just for the dress. Like, I don't give a shit if I can afford something like that. I'm not buying that shit. I'll make it my damn self. For 30 grand, I'll go to seamstress school. I'll make myself a whole fucking wardrobe. Are you kidding me right now? Ooh, Carmen. Hey, where's Ocean Lover? Oh. Okay. Okay. So we are taught to think diamonds are more valuable than people. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is at this point. Somewhere in one of the storages since I have multiple. But I have the most gorgeous wedding band. It's like a channel set with diamonds, like a ton of them. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. But the thing is, blood diamonds. If you don't know what that is, you have to look it up. Blood diamonds. Amen, smarty girl. Amen to this. The value of a thing is what someone is willing to pay for it. So what are you willing to pay for? One of the biggest lessons that I learned since allowing myself to receive, I used to feel like if I allow myself to receive payment for sessions, then for every session that's paid, I have to find someone to give a free session to so they balance each other. It was just some stupid logic that I was going through. So that's what I was doing. And what ended up happening was I realized when I give it away, people, what? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, you know what? We'll do it on Zoom. How about that? Let me just create a Zoom link. I will leave the link and then I'll share the screen. So forgot what I was talking about. Here we go. Let me get the meeting link. I'm going to email it to you right now, okay, Ocean Lover? There you go. Let me start the meeting. Zoom. All right. Stop video. All right. When she joins there, I will. Oh, giving away free sessions for each page. And those of you who are with me from the start, some of y'all will remember that when I gave things away, people didn't appreciate it. And it's not appreciated like you got to be thankful to me and keep expressing gratitude to me. They didn't value what I was offering for free. Case in point, I felt so strongly that I needed to continue to give things away to where I created a program. All you have to do is apply, and the application is free. We're just getting information. And based on your story and your need, I'll determine whether or not you will qualify for basically a grant. And that grant is to get energy work for me, mentorships for me for free. So I picked the first person. This was someone who I had a little bit of a history with. We had spoken quite a bit, live streams, behind the scenes, yada, yada. And they had kept saying they're trying to save up money for a mentorship with me. Now, I think my mentorships run $400-something bucks. Okay, $400-something bucks. And I was like, she's a perfect match, perfect match. I know she's going to really do this because she's already been trying to save money. And so she won that. She got the first round of grants. Mentorships for me is not just one session. We follow up. I give you all the tools to maintain the work that I've done to correct your auric field. We follow up and she tells me she hasn't done any of the work, but at least she didn't pay for it. $400-something session given to you for free. Something that you had been saving for, given to you for free. And you didn't do it, but at least you didn't pay. Never again. Never again. Never again. Because now I finally learn people are being robbed of their potentiality when you continuously give and give and give, and they fail to learn or learn or learn. So here, hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. Just connecting. Hey.
How are you?
Oh, your voice is so soothing. Stop.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Let me see how I do this.
I'm going to go ahead and share this screen, okay?
Okay.
Oh, look at you, girl. How'd you do that? Well, damn, looking like an emissary from another planet.
No, like I'm looking at the background like, that's beautiful. Wow.
Right? Oh, wow. Okay. So what are your thoughts? Any thoughts about anything? I just feel like I have to hear you today, right now.
Wow, that's so beautiful. And I'll tell you, Emmy, I actually missed most of the conversation because I was trying to actually get on and everything like that.
Right.
I said, let me at least look halfway decent. So I didn't hear most of the conversation.
Girl, yes. You look all the way decent and then some. You look good.
Thank you, my sister. Really thank you. Likewise. Thank you.
So I was talking about how there's this ongoing conversation that I'm witnessing on Facebook, various different posts, has nothing to do with me, but it's creating so much tension within me, witnessing those who have some sort of platform, questioning the integrity of people who have basically devoted their lives to service. Devoting your life to service does not mean you're serving for free, right?
Right.
I went to a Catholic school, a private Catholic school. And I remember the priest was wearing a Rolex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I don't get it. But when we choose to go ahead and create some sort of fee schedule for things, you're not allowed to do that because you have to give it away.
Right. You move a little bit so you don't hear all the background noise.
Can you guys hear now? Can you guys hear now?
They can't hear?
Still no audio. Wow.
No.
They don't want you to hear. They don't want to. They don't want you to be heard.
You know what? I believe that. And it's something you say that because just today, I'm like, I am reclaiming my voice. Yesterday, I really had that thought. But even today, it's like, I've got to use my voice. I've got to write and I've got to use my voice. I know you're live, so I don't want to hold up your live by having the audio issues. I don't want to do that.
Well, I think they can't even hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Do you guys try saying something, Latrice?
Okay. Can anybody hear me?
Let's sing a song.
Let's see. Silly AH stuff. You need a whole t-shirt with that. That's so funny.
Okay. Okay, so now it's working for everyone. Do you want to try and recap what you had just said?
Sure. I just want to say that I was looking not too long ago and I happened to see a post about spiritual gifts. And the person was talking about how spiritual gifts are for other people than no other person. So I don't agree with that. I think that, yes, they're for other people also, but I don't think that someone who has spiritual gifts should just say, hey, this is not for me. This is for other people. I'm not supposed to use it to do anything to help myself. Because I think what can happen sometimes is that people will just end up giving. And then especially if they don't think they should receive anything in return, what if that is your gift for sharing your gifts to receive? I know that I can have a thing of giving. And a lot of times I don't want to receive. It's like, I feel selfish if I take something. I just want to give, but I understand that that's not balanced. I understand that I will block myself from just giving and not receiving. Anyway, that the same way it's like you can't just receive and not give.
Right. And I think part of my issue with the conversation that's taking place, where it's like, no, if it's categorized as spiritual. You're not supposed to get any money. Someone that I actually really value and really respect on Facebook. Very gentle, very, the epitome of what people would consider spiritual. He actually made a post that got me on this live stream. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, no. He basically was like, what got me real triggered was that he was talking about, the shamans of old were able to do it. They didn't get money for what they're doing, but they were taken care of. When you devote yourself to that service, you do not have to learn how to weave because your clothes will be provided. You do not have to be a hunter because the food will be provided. And it's just so, I hate to say, like, irrelevant and just kind of asinine to compare what we have now in the modern world to what existed back then. Because we no longer have that. We didn't really have money back then either. That's why they provided for the shaman by providing all the stuff. And I mean, what did they use for currency back then? Barter. It was barter. And what do we have now? We can't really barter. If you can't give me something of equal value, how is that bartering? Because you're thankful? How does that feed me? How does that feed my family? And I mean, just that question alone, most people are like, oh my God, she is so not spiritual. I'm not. I'm a human being. I'm an evolved soul trapped in a human being body, having a human experience. What are your thoughts on when people say that we need to go back to that system without money and that you're adding to the problem by charging for your services?
I think that the point you just made about this being a different time is a very important point for that question. This is a different time. Things are so individually oriented. It's not collectively oriented. And who's really taking care of the people who are taking care of people? You don't have that village type of mentality as far as we're going to take care of you. You don't even have an attitude, I would say, of gratitude to where, hey, you do this for me. I am thankful, but also I want to do this for you too. I want to do something. And as long as it costs money to put gas in your car, as long as it costs money to clothe your children, as long as it costs money to even pay the bills in your home, money is relevant. Okay, it's just relevant. That is what it is. Now, if it were a case where, this currency as we know it is no longer valid. Okay, there are alternative means of currency, and this is something that can help you. This is something that, but until the point where, the currency that we currently use as far as money that helps us to, do the thing we need to do in this life under these circumstances, until that's no longer relevant, then yes, money is relevant. And just like, you may have somebody that goes to school for 12 years. They're going to school and they're sharing their skills, they're sharing their knowledge, they're getting paid for it. They're spending a lot of money a lot of times to take care of themselves, their families and what have you. You have some people that were born with gifts. They were born with certain gifts. They may develop those gifts. They may spend several years developing those gifts. Those are skills. Those are things that, hey, if you can help take care of yourself using your gifts, I don't care if you didn't have to spend 12 years developing them. If they're already done for you like that, what's wrong with that? There's nothing that's wrong with that to me. It's not like you're using your skills to hurt anyone. That would.
Can you hear me? Oh, there you are. You froze. I was like, no. She's still. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's finish.
Did you hear everything? Because I know my phone might be acting a little messed up right now.
I heard most of it. You came back pretty quickly, so most of it was heard. It was the last second or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, you bring up such good points. It's like, it's so hard for people to comprehend that spirituality, spiritual service is the same as any other service. If it wasn't, we wouldn't call it a service. You know, it's just kind of bottom line. It wouldn't be a service if it's not called a service.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I just wanted to mention something really quick. This is really important. So, Peace Lily, this live is not about you at all, girl. First off, is not about you at all. She said, I did post something. I did post about being discerning, but I'm not against add a fee for service. So I did see her post, and she brought up such a valid point. There's like two polar extremes here. One is this view that no one should charge for anything. And then another extreme would be, I'm going to charge so much because no one else gets any of this. And I'm going to keep adding on fees, extra service. And they're just taking advantage of other people's suffering. That's not okay either. It's not okay.
Yeah. Definitely not.
Yeah, that's what her post was about.
Yeah. And I look at it like this too. Okay. I'll give an example. Let's say I just feel so drained. You know, I'm so fatigued, everything, and nothing that I'm doing seems to help. Okay, I haven't gone to a doctor, but let's say I contact you and you give me the advice, you give me, you know, the things that can help me to feel better. You even perform some type of energetic service, and I really do feel better. Okay, if I'm dealing with you, should I not expect to pay you because it's a spiritual, you know, service, an energetic service? You know, if I go to the doctor, do I say, okay, well, I'm not going to pay you. I feel better and everything. Even before you feel better, you might not even feel better. You might have to go several times to the same doctor. You might not even feel better, but you're still going to pay. It's like, really, what do we value? Also, what really do we value? Because I think it says a lot about us. It says a lot about our expectations. And it just really speaks to a lot of things that maybe we need to reevaluate.
Right. There is a lot that's needing to be reevaluated, not just in society as large, but also within the spiritual communities. Because the people who were making the comments that I'm actually talking about were, you know, it's kind of like shaming you, like you are the problem if you allow yourself to receive as you give. You are the, you know, those types of posts. It's saying to me that someone could consider themselves and present themselves to the world as a light worker, energy worker, a healer, someone who is for the human consciousness expansion, and still maintain that mindset. It's when we all free ourselves from the strings that bind us to this draconian system that we all become free, you know? And it's not because someone else is going to destroy the system. It's because we are going to utilize the system to destroy itself. If everyone has money, none of this suffering exists. It's because we allow certain people to have money that this suffering continues.
Absolutely.
Someone put a really interesting comment. So I don't need a certificate or a course. I can just be who I am and offer what I know and get paid. Well, theoretically, but what are you offering? Is there integrity attached to that offer? I have no certificate. I've taken no course. I know how to do all the things I know how to do from life experience, and I was just born this way. There was no awakening moment. And I can offer what I offer because I actually can do what I do.
Right.
So unless you can really do what you're claiming, you're going to get yourself in a whole lot of legal, emotional, and spiritual trouble. That's the thing. When you do something from the heart, it has the integrity, you have the ability. It's not bad to allow yourself to receive.
Absolutely.
Taking, right? What would you say the difference is between receiving and taking?
That is a great question, because I think that's something that, first and foremost, that's something that you know inside. I think that Receiving. Oh gosh, that's a great question. I don't want to change the substance of your question, but I think that receiving is